But I'm going to say something because you brought this up a couple times. I don't know if this is going to open a can of corn. Maybe you might be a smart guy and actually agree with me and not be such a homer. But let's see. There is zero chance that Shohei Ohtani wins MVP this year.
Who beats him?
Who beats him? Someone that plays actual effing defense.
Okay, so name me who.
Well, I didn't do this.
Because
just came up. This just came up. I didn't go through all the numbers. Okay.
I think
Aaron Judge hit 30 home runs. He was technically on the Giants for 7 minutes last year. So half those home runs are going to be here. So it'll be fine. He's going to win MVP.
I think Bryce Harper is the only name I've heard, like, because he's been crazy this year too. Right. But we'll see if he can keep it up. I think if the numbers are equal and he's playing defense, and maybe, but
exactly. The thing is I feel like I just the reason, and I'm not doing this to sound like a hater. I know I'm going to sound like a hater, and I do sound like a hater. I get it. But the reason he's not going to win MVP is the reason that he wins is probably going to win MVP the next 5 years, because it's not just about offensive stats. Like there has to be other, like a DH. You have to have, for a DH to win MVP, you have to be so far above someone who plays defense, because you sit on your butt for a while, then you hit. And I know that makes it sometimes harder to hit, but at the same time, you're not taking that wear and tear. I don't know. I would, if Bryce Harper is even close to him, I would give it to Bryce Harper. I mean, Shohei has 25 home runs. He has 20.
Let me see. I don't know Bryce Harper's stats.
305.
I don't know his fielding percentage or any of that. I'd have to check that.
But Freddie Freeman is hitting 299. Oh, 12 home runs. Yeah. I would say Bryce Harper. I would take Bryce Harper over, because here's the thing. Shohei Ohtani is going to win MVP, like I said, probably for the next 3 years after this, because even if he is an above average, a little above average pitcher, that is so much fucking value to do that and be a good hitter. That puts him so far ahead of anybody else. So when he's just DHing, I feel like that's going to hurt him, and it should. So I get it. Shohei Ohtani probably going to be MVP the next 2 or 3 years after that, but he cannot win it this year. Suck it.
I don't buy it. I don't think so. I think you're talking about a guy in DH, which is already difficult as it is. Like, you got to sit down and like just wait your turn to hit. And the fact that he's doing it so consistent, like it's nothing, like he's not losing any flow in the game. Like usually you need to play defense to stay engaged in the game and all this, but not him. Just seems to be doing fine. Every time he's up there, he's a threat. They said something in the broadcast that was really fascinating about him. Like in the beginning of the year, he was like swinging at everything, had no self-control. And they're like, when he sets his mind to do something, he does it. And in the last couple games, less chasing, and you see it, more home runs, more RBIs. So it'll be close, I think, but not really. I'm gonna give it to Shohei. I think he's gonna get it.
Of course, you're gonna give it to Shohei.
Unless there's an injury to either guy, I'm still going Shohei. Like, it's so impressive just as a DH. So I don't know. I'd give it to him.
I think that makes it less impressive if you're a DH.
He's it's not like the guy's playing a huge position. He's playing first base. Like, is it?
I mean, the ball getting thrown to him all the time. I mean, I feel like first base is an underrated defensive position, because you have to pick so many balls, and you don't pick one ball. And
but again, I need to see how good defensively he is. If he's just the middle of the pack defensive guy, then that's nothing.
I would give it to him still if it's middle of the pack. If he's a liability on defense, then yes, I see what you're saying. But that's an iffy on that one. I'm gonna have to give you iffiness on that.
So I'm sorry. We'll see. We'll see if either of them trail off. Like, if that happens, then easily Shohei. And if Shohei falters, then easily Bryce Harper. So it'll be a fun, exciting second half of the season. And I just think he's getting stronger and healthier as the year goes on, because this guy's still, dude, he's doing this while rehabbing on Tommy John. Like,
it is impressive. I'm not trying to downplay how impressive it is and how impressive Shohei Ohtani is. I'm really not. But I'm also saying that he is only a DH, and if we're giving him all, and I was on this podcast in the judge slash Trout MVP wars, swearing that Ohtani should be MVP because of his pitching and hitting. So if he's just hitting, that diminishes it a lot to me. So
See, but that's different though, because you're talking
it's
about two
not.
guys. You're talking about two guys that are amazing defensively. You're talking about Trout, who goes out there and does amazing plays, But when you're talking about a first baseman, like it's not the same.
Ah,
It's not
it
really
is
the
a little
same.
though, because you're actually still playing and you're hitting hops. I get it. We'll have to look at defensive metrics, and we'll do that when it gets to that time. We'll fight
Yeah, yeah.
MVPs, and
I'm
we'll
not
get to that.
saying you're wrong at all because you're making good points, and I do agree
Oh,
with you that
give it to me. Talk
if the
dirty to me.
numbers are similar and he's playing the field, then yeah, I think. But if Shohei is above him pretty, yes,
Significantly, yes. I'll get like if
significant,
it's
then you
like
got to give it to him, despite
a
him
10
playing.
home run difference and
Yeah,
like a 15-20, in difference in average, then at least 20 in average. And, there's other stuff, then it's like, yeah, he has to be way better and
and
not
then
just close.
and it helps that both guys are playing with really potent offenses, so they get a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yep. 100%.
So we'll see, but yeah, it's a good conversation I think later on.
Thank you. I'm the best. So next week,